See, that's not narcissism. That's wisdom.
That's
You know,
thank you.
that's
But
wisdom.
to
How's that narcissism?
but to a manipulator, they'll call that narcissistic. Oh,
Exactly.
you're narcissistic because you're lacking empathy. No, I'm choosing where to put empathy because
Exactly.
people use emotions to manipulate others,
You know why? Because
right?
their tricks work with everybody else besides you.
That's
So then
correct,
hate
right?
that,
So
hate that stinking girl. You know what I mean? Because I can't get through to her. I fool everybody else besides that person.
and then they label you the problem.
Exactly.
And that's
But
where I'm
that's
at is
hating girl.
people constantly creating narratives to match an aggressive behavior because once they say that I'm aggressive or I'm assertive, that is a way to dismiss my opinion. Oh no, she's aggressive. That's a way of not having to engage with an actual logical communication style because you don't know how to deal with it because you're used to manipulating others. So
Exactly.
what they do is create lies. They'll create it happens to me all the time, and the only difference is now finally people are starting to see who I am as a person, and they're like, "This girl's been being lied on for many years." Because I come from an old school way of navigating. I just started really using this platform to tell people who I am because the wrongs were happening to such a degree where I'm like, "Okay, these are personal attacks." That these are personal attacks because there's no money involved. I haven't stole from anybody.
Correct.
These are all personal vendettas.
Correct.
Because correct.
But
Because
then
I
you have to
haven't done
ask
anything to
yourself,
anybody.
why are you personally attacking me?
You,
I didn't do
because what
nothing.
did I actually do to you? Yeah,
What do
exactly.
you? I don't get it.
Right? And so once you have to actually have that discussion with people, people get checked in and they don't know how to deal with it. So then the next move is victim. Now you're a victim.
Yep.
Because right? That's the next move. Because now you have to have a logical conversation to deal
Yeah.
with whatever dynamic you came up with. And
They
yeah,
got
it,
by their slackness.
it's not a good
Why
look when
did
you
you do
actually
it?
have to be accountable. It's not a
Yep.
good look.
No.
So what they do then, now they cry, they become a victim. And that's why when I see people cry, especially at work, like let me tell you something. And when you're running a shelter and you have power to navigate people's resources, you see a lot from people very quickly, right?
Correct.
And I'm somebody who can address manipulation very fast. And I let a lot of people do it, knowing that they're doing it because half of the time interjecting doesn't get you. Like, there's no point. So, like, yeah, okay, you're trying to manipulate me. I'm not saying anything. I'm
Yeah.
giving you social cues to let you know that I know you're doing it and you're not picking up on it. So, what's the point of actually having that interaction? Because you're not really, it's not bothering me. You're not doing anything to me. So, there's no point in exchanging that energy, right?
Correct.
Until it's actually affecting me, whatever, right? Fine, do that. If that makes you happy, whatever. But what happens is people think because you're not addressing it that they're getting away with it. And then they do that. And then they do something that you can't take back. And
Yeah.
then you get yourselves in a situation where I'm like, okay, thank you. I was waiting for that. Because now I get to make you accountable for what you've been doing for a long time. And what happens is instead of them having to do that, they will go into victim mode. They will cry. They will tell me I'm the worst person in the world. I'm being aggressive. When it's like, no, you were trying to manipulate me and it didn't work. That's all that happened here.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And women do it to men on a level that I can't tell. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing because
Yeah. Every single day.
they yeah
Every single.
yeah
And men are put in this position where it's like if we fight back, then it's like we're evil, we're aggressive, we're controlling, we're like it's like whatever they are, they flip it on the male.
the
You know what I mean?
gaslight. They go
The
right.
gaslight. Absolutely, absolutely. It was
And
one
to
time when I was listening to you
yeah
and you were talking about it was a particular topic when women were calling um children's aid on other women
yeah
because there was absolutely nothing wrong with the kids, but they were so vindictive and evil that they actually got joy from seeing a woman's child, you know, hypothetically be put in foster care only because they have a beef with them. Like, what kind of woman would do that knowing that if it was done to her, she'll probably jump off the bridge?
So again, right? This is what I'm saying with women who haven't had consequence. they've only been part of the demise of others, and nothing's ever been done to them. And this is why I say little white girls who lie, right? Because they do stuff without actually having to feel the consequence of their actions, because nobody checks them in, right? So when you haven't been checked in, you can tell when someone hasn't been checked in, or you can tell when someone hasn't learned from being checked in, because the way that they navigate life shows that they've never had consequences.
Correct.
Because for you to do that, there's spiritual consequences, there's spiritual karma, there's more things than you just getting a payback from somebody else. There is spiritual warfare that takes place when you do wrong.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So when you are sitting there navigating lies, and that wears on your spiritual currency, and pretty soon your credibility as a person gets demoted. You become nothing to nobody very fast. And if you don't have spiritual warfare, if you don't have spiritual warriors that got your back, you become an addict, you become somebody really horrible fast. Right? So when people are running around and causing issues to others, that's why I'm like, being strong in your principles is so important in life.
Yeah.
If somebody can sway you off your principles, your spiritual gangsters don't have to back you.
Correct.
That's why they put you through so much in order to see how serious you are about your cause. Like what I just went through in the last year, if I was a fake right? Now I'm like, okay, so everybody sees how you navigate. Now 30, now I want 250. That's how we're going here, because when I say something, I mean it. Like when I tell you I'm thinking about visually taking you by the hair and beating the out of you, I've already seen myself do it, and I'm choosing whether I'm going to actually do it or not. That's not a lie. Like, I'm not just saying that for fun. I'm actually saying that so that I can talk myself down from beating the out of you, because I'm capable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not for attention. It's not for anything other than, listen, I want to beat the out of you for lying on my name.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I actually mean it. And people who know me from 10 years ago know that I do that. Mm-hmm. I'm the type of person, I'll show up at your house. Like, I'm serious. I'm serious when I say stuff. I'm not. A lot of people just say stuff just to say stuff. And I'm like, that's your problem. Is you don't understand what wordage does, even when you spit it out of your mouth, and it creates a receipt in the universe.
Because they have never been held accountable. You see what I'm saying? But one day when somebody does show up at the house.
Listen to me. Like, I'm sitting here and I had to go to TikTok to talk myself, because the visions that I have, and when you're very spiritually inclined, what you think and what happens in your head is very serious. Like, I had two thoughts today. I had thoughts about jumping off of a bridge, and I had thoughts about walking in and walking up, doing two things to 2-3 people. And because I've done it before, when you've done stuff like that to somebody, the energy that releases, like, it's a high. When you sit there and you show somebody what you meant, it feels really good. And then I thought about, maybe I should just have a drink. All of these things are going through my head. Mm-hmm. And the worst part about somebody like me is that I'm the only person who can navigate the outcome, because I'm the only person strong enough to maintain my thought process to not do it. Because if somebody tried to tell me not to do it, it would make me want to do it, because that's the type of I am. Like, don't. So I have to tell myself, and that's called, that's a type of strength. Like, that's how much I'm devoted to self, where I'm like, I have to talk myself out of doing that. And nobody else can do that for me. Where a lot of other people can be manipulated by other, manipulation is so crazy. It's so crazy, right? Why I'm good at my job is because the way that I approach stuff is there's no manipulation attached. It's, look, we can do this, A, B, C, or D. These are the outcomes, and these are the consequences. What's the move? It's just that simple. It's not about, hey, there's no in it for me. It's like, this is what can happen. This is what's going to happen. This A, B, C, or D. I can help you with A. I can help you with B. I'm not with C. Which one do you want to do? Right? When I call my dude and I go, listen, I want kids. This is what I want if we're going to be together. He's like, got you. Because he's known me for 20 years. He's like, she's serious. That's what she wants. Everybody knows when I tell you I want to beat the out of you, you should really think about if I'm going to do it or not, because I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But here's the scenario though. The situation is that I that's the only way to get respect. Honestly, it's like you gotta
I'm
do
telling
it.
you,
You have
gotta
to do
do
it.
it.
Especially with those manipulators, right? And I always said this, like, if somebody walked up to me with aggression, the only way for me to deal with him, I have to deal with him with twice as much aggression. You see what I'm saying? But if somebody comes to me and they're extremely nice to me, then I'll give them twice as the niceness, right? Because you cannot, you can manipulate, like manipulators and evil people, they only understand one language. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Like there is no, if somebody's just evil and their whole concept is trying to destroy you, you got to make sure they never get an opportunity ever to ever be close to you, or even you got to destroy them first. Honestly.
You know what's funny though is like I'm the type of person I'll walk into the war by myself. Like I'll walk into a whole setup and sit there and be like, okay, so here I am. What's the move? Do your move. Do your show. Like here I am, right? Because I'm so strong in who I am as a person and my principles and my credibility that I'm like, I will walk into a fire and sit there and be like, what's the move, you guys? I'm here. I made it even easier for you to take me out. I showed up. What's the move? Because 85% of the time you need 20 people. I'm by myself and I can navigate this whole room like that.